With every research story, there are a few aspects, critical aspects. I'm not going into very heavy jargon, but meaty. Basically, you need to make sure that, your message is there and, you have sufficient information to showcase your main message or what you really want to put out in the world. It's clear. And I'm not talking about it in terms of language, is the sentence read fine or whatever, but also in terms of you know sometimes we want to give all the information we want, and oftentimes we lose the sight of the bigger picture, or how I would say is the forest among the trees, because you're so focusing on the little bits. So it's very important that your manuscript's also very clear, very logical. We often take to assume that a lengthy paper means there's a lot of information, etc., but sometimes not all that information is required. So it's very important to be very precise, very efficient with the words that you choose, what you wish to put there in the manuscript. Is it really necessary for a third person to understand your paper? And is it effective? Is it really evoking the mental image or the message that you want? Now, you'll notice I keep talking about message, message, message. And that's very important, especially with the paper that we are going to be discussing. So these are broadly the large aspects whenever we are dealing with a manuscript. Now, whether you're a new editor, whether you're someone editing your own paper, whether you've had experience writing and editing papers, one very important thing is always to have a checklist. I honestly feel that sometimes we discount the importance of having a checklist because we already have checklists for so many other things, and then you're like, but when I edit a paper, I'll know it. When I see it, and I'll fix it then. But that might not always be the case. Sometimes we forget a few things to check off, particularly in terms of maybe formatting, or say does the journal require additional files, or even say for example punctuation. Are my keywords appropriate? Do they meet the guidelines? So are they mesh keywords, etc.? Or say for example, are my comparisons clear? Am I comparing apples to oranges, or am I comparing like items? And these are very important. We discount the fact that, oh, okay, fine, it's there, so they'll understand it. I don't need to make it any clearer. But oftentimes, and in this paper in particular, we would see that the results, a lot of times the comparisons had me wondering, okay, what exactly are we trying to say? What are we comparing? What's higher than what? So I think, so we shouldn't discount the importance of having a checklist.